introduction ourselves at the beginning. We give our stories, we talk about leadership, and then we have 2 stories from deputy heads, and we invite other leaders to come in and share their expertise. So, for example, Candice Lazar came and delivered the session just Thursday, actually, on safeguarding behaviour and attendance. Gets them thinking a bit more wide about how school works, and see if they will want to dip their toe into deputy headship without scaring them, but making them feel confident about their skills and reflecting on, and visualising themselves in those roles. And actually, it's been really, really good, because every year we have colleagues who keep in touch and say, oh, I've got a deputy headship now, thank you so much for your support and your guidance, etc., etc. Because we also act as coaches, so if they want to, they can keep in touch, send us their applications to look through, the jobs they're going for, things like that.
Oh, sounds awesome. How long has it been going, you said?
I've been doing it for about, before I was at my school now, so I would say probably about 8 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, and a majority of them have gone on to become deputies?
Not the majority, there'll be some that don't want to be deputies yet, they just want to understand what senior leadership is and digging into it. But there will always be somebody who, in fact, during the course, they're applying and then they get the deputy headship. We all celebrate, well done, And then there'll be somebody who maybe a year later or months later will apply, and then they'll keep in touch and let us know. And it's a really rewarding program. It's really nice to see.
Like that. Just something that's popped into my head. So you are the first black head teacher in Harrow, right?
Of
a mainstream secondary school. Of a mainstream secondary school. Okay,
yeah,
of a secondary school.
There are several primary schools.
That's right.
So it's not
So of a mainstream secondary school. Yeah. And I know there's not many in the country, let alone borough. So what are is there any challenges that come with that, or is it just, once you're in the headship, you're all kind of holding it together kind of thing?
I think, we're going into my book now, really.
Kind of.
I think that I'm really fortunate in the borough that I work in, so I wouldn't say I have a challenge in the borough. It's a very diverse borough. It's one of the most diverse boroughs in Europe, let alone London.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm very fortunate in that. However, so I don't think there's any challenges for me as a local respect, but sometimes there are challenges with external people. And sometimes there are challenges, I wouldn't say because I'm a head, I would just say being a black person. There are challenges. People look at you with a certain lens. They have certain misconceptions and assumptions that you can read before you even have a real encounter with them. So I think that's a given, really. What I will say is, in education and the journey, there have been, I suppose you could argue it's getting better now, because again, you cannot be what you cannot see. So the more people that see us becoming heads, and hopefully the more there will be of us. So if you've got people like myself, G20 trying to bring in more, there's less likely to be attracted to or at the those who want to get into leadership, right? So I would say that the hindrances come when you go on courses externally, and you walk into a room all the time, you only bringing your experience, your heritage into the room. That's always a challenge. Always a challenge. But I'm a firm believer that as black people we mustn't hold grudges and let that hinder us. We must hold our heads up high, and we have already assimilated, but we bring a little bit of spice. So I bring my dynamic self when I want to every circumstance. My principles, my values, it's always there. It doesn't go.
That experience of walking into the room, so remember the first time you walked into the room as a head teacher, and it's one of those courses. What was that like? I haven't asked these questions. These are new answers to me. So what was that like?
To be honest with you, I don't think I expected anything different. Okay. Because especially when you go up and you hit it, you breathe a sigh. You go, here I am. You kind of walk in, everybody knows who you are. When you're networking, oh hi, I'm Miriam, and then 5 minutes later the person says, you're Miriam, right? Of course I'm Miriam, because I'm the only one here. People like, you remember me? So yeah, it does bring a different dynamic, but I don't know, it's hard to explain. It makes you feel, in some ways, you're proud to be there, but you wish you were not the only one. A little bit regretful. You know, sometimes you look around and you want a little bit of camaraderie with people that look like you, and it's not there. So you're kind of on your own. But you just have to get on with what you're there to do, with purposes.
So we're going to delve into the book. That kind of tipped into the book a little bit. Some of the questions did. It's Even with me, Theo Manderson. If you've got any questions on Ask My Wife, 0303 040 We're still blessing. It's the worship hour. It's a little reminder that whatever you're going through, God will most definitely prevail. Big up shout to the TG Ministries. How are you guys doing? I know you're tuning in. Quite a few teachers in there as well. Blessing my money, blessing my sleep. Said this year's blessings all over. Blessing my head all down to my feet.